What's up guys, I'm Suman from Rs.15 and in today's video I will be giving you the list of top 5 best smartphones that you guys can buy that are under 15,000 rupees. Now these smartphones are really powerful and these are not like priced too high but provide really good value for what you're paying. Now without wasting any precious time, let us get right into it. Now the first smartphone on this list is the Xiaomi Redmi 5. Now this is of course a really budget smartphone and this is priced at around 9,000 Indian rupees, and the first feature that this sucker has here is an 18:9 display. This is not 1080p or rather say full HD plus, but this is a 720p display, but it is not like too bad and I've personally used it, so this is a pretty good display for what you're paying. And it has a 12 megapixel primary camera with a 5 megapixel front camera, and yes, these are not really high megapixel counts, but considering the price you're paying, I think this is really worth it. And the model that we are looking at here is the one which has 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage, but you need not worry about storage because you even have an option to expand this via micro SD. Now this sucker here runs on a Snapdragon 450 octa-core processor, which is actually really good. It is not the fastest by any means, but it is no slouch at all, so this will give you really good performance. Powered by a 3300 milliamp hour battery, you will probably get a whole day of battery life. Now the next smartphone on this list is the Asus Zenfone Max M1. Yes, quite a huge name aside, this has a really huge battery. Yes, this sucker has a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and powering this bad boy here is the Snapdragon 636 processor, which is a really amazing processor which gives you really good performance. Now this model here has 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage. It has a 6-inch full HD plus display. Now talking about the camera, this bad boy again has a 13 megapixel plus 5 megapixel dual rear facing camera and an 8 megapixel front facing camera, which should probably be fine for all Instagram posts or Facebook posts. Now the next smartphone on this list is kind of a new smartphone, or I say a new company. So this is the Realme One. Now powering this bad boy here is a Helio P60 processor. Now this is an 8-core processor. Yes, so 8 cores. In terms of performance, this is going to be really good and snappy. And this particular model that we are taking a look at, which is priced at 14,000, it has 6 gigs of RAM, which is like a lot, and it has 128 gigs of internal storage, and even you have micro SD expansion. Now this bad boy here has a 6-inch full HD plus display, which is again 18:9, and it has a 13 megapixel back camera and an 8 megapixel front facing camera. And this sucker here is powered by a 3410 milliamp hour battery. Now the next smartphone on this list is the Honor 9 Lite. Now this is a really good smartphone, and for the price you are getting really solid performance. Now this sucker is powered by the Kirin 659 processor. It has 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal memory. You can also expand this via micro SD. It has a 5.65-inch full HD plus display. So the front and back camera have the same megapixel count, so it is a 13 megapixel plus a 2 megapixel shooter. But yes, of course the sensor size will change, but I think this is a pretty cool setup. And powering all this is a 3000 mAh battery. Now the last phone on this list is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro. Yes, this is an amazing smartphone, no doubt at all, and this has created quite a hype and many people are buying this, and the sole reason for this is number 1 the price, and number 2 the performance, and number 3 the camera. Now this sucker here has a 6-inch full HD plus display. It comes with 4 gigs of RAM with 64 gigs of internal storage, and it can also be expanded via micro SD. It has a 12 megapixel and a 5 megapixel rear facing camera, which is not the best, but the best part here is the 20 megapixel front facing camera, which is going to give you really amazing selfies. Now the brain inside of this smartphone is the Snapdragon 636, which is an amazing processor which gives really good performance, and it gives you really great battery life. Now all this is powered by a 4000 mAh battery. Now this is one of the best balance between performance and battery life, and with this smartphone you will definitely get a full days of charge. Now here are the top 5 best smartphones that you can buy that are under 15,000 Indian rupees. Now depending on what price that you are looking for, I've mentioned a wide variety and you guys can select from it, and the links to all will be in the description down below. Make sure you check them out. So thanks for watching, and this is Suman signing off once again. Catch you later.